the 11th. The 12th is the actual festival coming up in Kalamazoo. We'll be right back.
Yes, thank you.
I've loved.
Well, it is beach season, friends, and that means it's time to grab some happy, lighthearted reads and head to the lakeshore or hammock or chaise. And one of our favorite local authors has a new release that is a perfect, delightful drama, taking us from the Hamptons to the shores of Lake Michigan. It is called The Page Turner by Viola Shipman, the pen name for best-selling and award-winning author Wade Rouse. He is joining us here this morning. We're so glad to have you, Wade. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, we talked to you when you were working on this book.
Yes.
It is now out. Let's talk about what happens.
Yeah, elevator pitch. This is for Michigan readers, Michigan specific. So it follows a 22-year-old recent University of Michigan graduate named Emma Page, who's done the unthinkable, something she should be proud of, but isn't. She wrote a novel, and she can't tell her parents because they own a kind of a snooty literary press called the Mighty Pages. And she wrote it because she was inspired reading novels with her grandmother growing up, just like I was. And she ends up going back to her grandma's cottage in South Haven after she's passed away to kind of look at her future. And she finds a hidden manuscript in her grandmother's cottage that has the chance to overturn her parents' business and ego. So this is a story about the publishing industry. It's a story about using your voice as a woman to change the world for the better. It's about family, and it's set in South Haven, so I hope people love it.
Oh, man. And I love that you just pull all of the Michigan things and put them into your books. I mean, you write about what you know, as many authors do. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about family. And let's talk about the origins, too, of your pen name, because that all ties together.
It does. You know, and this is, I just turned 60, so everybody should...
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Everybody should gasp out in TV.
I know. You look amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I need that. And I signed a new book contract, and I started thinking very deeply about the types of books that I wanted to write. And The Page Turner really, as I said, goes back to voice. And my pen name, my grandma, Viola Shipman, you know, had no money, no power in society. She never finished high school. Nobody listened to her, but I did. And there's a main character in the novel, the grandmother named Gigi, who influenced her granddaughter, much like my grandmother did me. And, you know, it's all about the ability to really use our voice to change the world for the better. So it's a deeply personal novel, and I think it will appeal to a lot of people's hearts and souls.
Absolutely. And let's talk, too, about the inside look at the publishing industry, because it's something that not all of us know about, right?
No, you know, I always say you're a great reader. Readers pick up a book, and they get involved in the storyline, but I don't think they ever realize what it takes to get it into the world. And it's a big business. I call publishing BART. It's business meets art.
Yeah.
It's art.
Sure.
I sit alone writing, but it's a big business. And this book really kind of peels back the curtain on the publishing industry, what it's like to be an author, how difficult it is to make it, social media for a book, branding, and if you don't sell books, how quickly you kind of get discarded in this world. So I think readers will love kind of the insider's look at what it takes to be an author today.
I love that. I love that. And you know, as most of your books are, they're just kind of a feel-good, easy read. And it's just, you know, I love your stories. And they're great for every Michigander, because you always have these things that we can all relate to, because they're all set here.
Yeah, this one is set, as you said, in South Haven, Michigan, and it features all things South Haven. So I think West Michigan readers will love that, you know, from Clementine's to the Lighthouse. And this is also the very first novel where I've had a mini Michigan mystery. Ooh. So I hope that Michigan readers, I hope they can't solve it, but I hope that they are enthralled by the mystery, because I drop Easter eggs throughout, and it's a tough one to figure out, but really speaks to all of the characters in the book and the secrets that this family has.
I love that. I love that. So the Easter eggs, so pay attention to that, right? Let's talk about what you're working on next, because you always, I mean, that's kind of the plight of the publishing industry, right? You got to keep turning them out.
I just finished edits for the next book. It'll be out next March, and drum roll, it is the very first novel that will come out under my own name, Wade Rouse. So it's coming out in hardcover next March 3rd, and it's called Thank You for Being a Friend. And I will say this, if you love the Golden Girls, if you are influenced by their friendships, if you have friends that complete you and drive you absolutely out of your mind, this is a story that I think will speak to your heart. It's about 4 very different people that become friends and live communally together in Palm Springs where we winter. So I'm very proud of it. I think it's one of the best things I've written. So look forward to that next spring.
Okay, I'm getting a little teary already thinking about it. I cannot wait to read that. But of course, then we got this one to chew up first. We appreciate it so much. And you've got a special event coming up tonight, right?
Yes, at Schuler Books at 6:30 p.m. So folks can join me there. It's my first Grand Rapids event in a long time. So I
Yay.
hope folks can join us. You can go to the violashipman.com website or to Schuler's, and they RSVP because we're expecting a big house.
Okay, right. Yeah, you got to RSVP if you want to get in on that.
It's free though, so.
Right, and come, say hi to you,
Yeah.
pick up a copy of the page turner.
I'll be hugging away and signing copies.
Love it. Thank you so much, Wade, for being here.
Thank you for having me.